You know what I mean? We of course love each other, but we actually like each other. You know what I mean? So and I've said this before. Honestly, when we were working together, I didn't look at him as my brother. It was an artist that I really wanted to work with. It was a director that I'm a fan of. Tell your mama to tell you about that piano. Ask her how them pictures got on there.
Why, in your opinion, as an actor, as a director, it's so important to adapt to film August Wilson's plays from theater now to movies? What do you think is so important that we have now that version?
I think that there's so many incredible themes that people should wrestle with for themselves. You know, ideas of identity, of legacy. All these things are things that we have to confront in ourselves and in our history. And I think that in taking something like the piano lesson from theater to the stage, from theater to the screen, you have an opportunity to reach so many more people who haven't necessarily excavated these things for themselves. And in that process, we're taking a really incredible piece of American literature and bringing it to the people. You know, we're taking an experience that you might have had to pay a bunch of money to get to Broadway, or you feel like you don't have access to it. It's a Pulitzer Prize winning thing. It's on the highest shelf, and bringing it back to the people. And I think that's a wonderful endeavor.
I mean, when in cinema, when you get to live and experience genre, there's opportunities within the genre to float whales of truth and a reality and a history that's there that's hard to take in a documentary style or like a lesson, you know. Excuse the title. But when you introduce it through genre, when you make something entertaining, when you make something interesting, which August Wilson, that's how he writes, you're having a good time, you're enjoying it, you're resonating with it, but you're also learning something about the unfortunate underbelly of this country. But the universality of it is the family dynamics. So you fall in love with these characters because of the writing and how the director set it up. But also you're learning something about a harsh truth about what's going on. So in a way, these kinds of stories can live on, and it's intergenerational because of how the writing is and who's saying it in this particular instance. Malcolm Washington's his vision about the film.
Because I speak about like international audience. Now the movie's gonna be in a platform like Netflix, so it will be in so many countries. How do you expect the audience react to a story that's basically North American story, but also it can be universal because it's about family, it's about friendship, it's about adaptation.
Exactly. Where are you from?
I'm from the Dominican Republic.
Okay, so we have a shared history, right? We have a shared history of colonization. We have a shared history of a culture mixing together from the diaspora. You know, we're connected in that way, but the themes are universal. But even the story of our piano lesson, if you excavate the stories of your ancestors, I'm sure there's a similar theme there. You know, where people come with different customs and traditions of the old country across continents with superstitions and belief systems that mix with your kind of contemporary life, and you're left, you know, as the newest generation in that to reconcile all of these things. So I think no matter where you come from, that dynamic exists, right? There's always generations before that have been trying to impart wisdom upon you, and you have to open yourself up to receive it.
You could be from Italy, you could be from the DR. I'm sure you have a sibling you've argued with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm sure you've had an uncle or something that you couldn't wait to see, haven't seen in a while. The family dynamics here are universal.
Talking about family dynamics, it is easier to work with family like you guys. Like, it's easier, but it's a challenge because the talent is there and you want to improve yourself as a creators. It's like a different challenge, or it's easier to feel, you know, you guys grew up together and it's easier that way?
I guess it depends on who you ask. You know what I mean? We of course love each other, but we actually like each other. You know what I mean? So and I've said this before, honestly, when we were working together, I didn't look at him as my brother. It was an artist that I really wanted to work with. It was a director that I'm a fan of. So I was excited to work with the director I'm a fan of. But you know, it gets tricky. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how your family works, but sometimes you can't coexist. You can't work in the same space. But with us, I mean, when Thanksgivings, when we get together, barbecues, we talk films, we talk sports, we talk movies, we talk acting, we talk performance, we talk editors, we talk score, all of that stuff. So we were excited to work together.
Guys, thank you so much. I'm a really fan of your family, your work. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you so much.
Man, thank you. Thank you for the conversation.